So it turns out price triggered me around here. Yeah. I think it has done 200 pips to the upside. It came down again. I don't know. These guys can be very, can be very violent. Good can be very violent. So you just have to ride with the wave. But let's see if that plays out. So now, you had that trade. You must have taken trade from here. And you must have bought to the upside, all the way to the upside here. Right? So now, what's the next setup you can see, to be honest? The next setup you can see. Now, I will go to the 4 hour. Now, most times I'll tell you to start your killer from the daily time frame, which is actually the best daily time frame, But at this point, you're trading all-time highs. The daily time frame won't do you much good. From a honest standpoint, it will not do you as much good as you intend. So, you can put this is the next one I will be looking at, right? It just gives me like a range, a little idea. And it's not a must. If it does not align, I don't care. I'll trade what I already know because I trade pure SMC. The key level just gives me an idea. It just gives me, like a range, a confidence range to continue my setup. So now, at this point, I will not be trading because why? I've already started my journey from here. So I don't think I'll be interested in trading any other thing. But, just so you know, is there a trade up? This is a break of structure here. But that's broken structure. There's liquidity here. So you have broken structure here. A broken structure here. As you can see. This guy here is liquidity. Right? And perhaps price was to come. I would have been interested buying from here. This is a place I could have bought from. The key level, and you can see it's in line with the 5 minutes order block. So I've traded this. The price never came there. So we keep on moving, keep on moving. Now the trade of today. If you go to the 4 hour time frame, now you can see where I'm breaking things down. Most times you pay money for such information I'm giving you right now for free. But it's not a problem. I don't need your money right now. So right now, on the 4 hour time frame, we have this key level here. Yeah, you have this key level there. And you also have this key level here. You have this key level here. These are 2 key levels you can look at. Gold went 200 pips. And I was not even active enough. Why? Ask why. I have an account that I should have closed once I saw 200 pips. And I was not just active, man. I just messed up. I was on call. It's paining me. I'm not gonna lie to you. But let's go. I should have closed that account. Now I've passed that account. Well, let me continue what I'm doing. So now this trade, how did it come about? Now I already know that these are 2 ranges you can look out for. Alright? I think this range this was yesterday night's range. So you already have this range in mind. So this is a place you can start looking for buys, this particular range, this particular line. So what's the next thing you will do? Look for structure within that range. On 5 minutes, see a sweep here. You have a sweep here. You have a sweep. You have a break. You have a break here. Right? You have a break. Then, if you call this guy liquidity, this guy, and you want to use this other block, then you don't just know the market code Xauusd. You have poor knowledge about gold. That's why you will take your buy from here. I repeat, and I said what I said. You have poor knowledge on gold. That's why you will take your buy from here. Why? Why did I say that? Not to spice you, to to get your spot. No, you know that this guy is liquidity. Why am I taking the liquidity? After all, you know, after your break of structure or the market structure shift, that's when you see liquidity. Yes, that is correct. But in certain cases, this is like a type B setup. Yeah. I can recommend you to a guy. Yeah, there's a guy I watched one time. You know, his SMC. It shoots SMC nicely too. It's what they call type A, type B, type C setup. DAX. Yeah, DAX. He's a very good trader. Yeah, a very good guy. This is a type B setup. A typical type B setup. Alright. This guy is liquidity also. It's not a must that the liquidity must be formed after the break of structure. This is a valid pullback on the 5 minutes time frame. And so you're doing this, using this guy as your order block. You would have been smoked out. And with your knowledge of the range, this key level, you know that, okay, your key level is trying to tell you that you should take your buys from here. So anything below here is where you should actually take your buys from. So this guy here now is not worth it. So it's just simple, knowledge. Where's the nearest order block you can use? On the 5 minutes time frame, these two guys can serve as an order block. I have not dropped a YouTube video on order blocks. I recorded that stuff around October last year, and I said I would drop it. Well, I have not. I will try and drop it soon. So these two will be the order blocks, and that's when you could have taken that your buy from. Here, cover here, and you hold. You can target this high 1 to 7. It's not bad, although a lot of things will happen to you right now. You'll be rethinking life choices at this point in time. But maybe you can hold all the way there. You can hold all the way to 1 to 10. If price takes you out and you take a loss on this trade, well, guess what? You've taken 1 to 10, 1 to 10. So maybe at this point you take 1 to nothing, 1 to 0. Because this is a 1:5 trade right here. And at 1:5, I would have advised you to secure something. Then you can leave the rest to full TP. So that is it. Now the re-entry. So this is how this trade came about, right? Now the re-entry. The re-entry of this trade. If I go to my 4 hour time frame now, maybe I see a range. I see a range here. See the 4 hour open close. Right? That's a 4 hour open close. And to an extent, price has reacted from it already. And it might just go all the way up here. But why I'm skeptical about this trade, because look at this 4 hour candle. You cannot have this type of buy momentum and it falls down, meaning there are a lot of sellers in this market right now. So I will advise you to be careful, because there are a lot of sale. Look at these candles. Can you see? Bullish, strong. But when it gets here, it does this type of, see, the wick is too much for me. At this point, I'll be skeptical and I'll be careful. So now, how did this trade come about? We had, this is the range we're looking at right now. So now let's go to the 5 minutes. Let's remove this other one. I've done it. Let's go to the 5 minutes. Is there any structure we can find? Yes. We have a market structure shift here. Right? We have inducement here. And this time the key level is directly sitting on a what? Directly sitting on a 5 minutes order block here. And this is where it's reacting from, this order block. If this trade doesn't give you TP, this order block. If this trade doesn't give you TP, it's because it has given you a sign that it might not give you that TP. Why did I say that? Because on this 4 hour time frame, this alone is scary. See, the pullback all the way from here indicates sell pressure on the market. So at this point, maybe if you are risking, let's say you're risking $100, perhaps it would to be me. On this other trades, I risk $100 perhaps. In this particular trade, I will not risk $100. Seeing what I just saw, I would not risk $100 on this setup. I might now risk maybe 20, maybe 30. You understand? Because the setup is not looking sure anymore. But gold is still bullish. That's why I will not look for sales. But if it later sells, it sells. Then we'll react to the market and we continue the sales. That is how this game is about. So I hope you got valuable information from everything I just said here. Everything I just said here. All these trades have been sent to the VIP. I run mentorship, I run the VIP. It's not a problem. Yeah, I trade mostly gold because that is where I have more power. That's what I always say. I trade mostly gold because that way I have more power. Currency pair, the strategy works on currency pair. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I trade currency pair too, but right now I don't find it interesting hanging around currency pair. I don't trade it anymore as much. I don't trade Bitcoin as much anymore. I just stick to gold because it's everything I just know revolves and works well around gold, and that's where I feel I have more strength. So that is it. I hope you really learn a lot and trust your setup. Believe in your setup and believe in us. Thank you.